Mafia, are you ready?
They said, are you ready?
This is Brotherly Love Wrestling Podcast, your first stop for everything professional wrestling. So sit back and enjoy wrestling talk at its finest with your hosts, Larry Hall and Joe Corrado.
Today. Welcome everybody to Brotherly Love Wrestling, and on today's show we have a guest with us. Whether you've seen him on TikTok, and the reason that Joe is wearing his Christmas Stone Cold Steve Austin ugly sweater, we have.
Whoa. It's a very handsome sweater. Look, damn it!
It's the style of the sweater. We've been through this before. Let's not go there. Let's go to our guest.
I'll take your word for it.
Stone Cold Steve Kyle. Kyle, welcome to the show.
Oh, hell yeah. Stone Cold Steve Kyle on the Brotherly Love Podcast. What?
So, for obvious reasons, those who may not even know who Kyle is, this one of probably the best Stone Cold impression I've ever heard in my life. And you're on TikTok, and you're doing this on TikTok, and people are requesting you to sing songs, say movie quotes. I mean, honestly, you got me with the Moana song the other day. I was in tears laughing so hard at that. Like, this is great. And how did you come upon this perfect Stone Cold impression?
So I've been a wrestling fan since I was 5 years old. I've always liked Stone Cold, The Undertaker, all that stuff. And I did some backyard wrestling with my friends for the better part of almost 2 decades. And then with the impression, one day I lost my voice for like a week. And I was talking like this a lot. And as my voice started to come back, it was like getting deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And it sounded like that. And then I yelled at somebody one day and I went, eh. And they were like, holy shit, dude, it's Stone Cold. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then I made a video. The first video I ever did of Stone Cold Steve Kyle, I went to a liquor store by my house and I bought his beer. Mm-hmm. But I called them beforehand. I was like, hey, I'm a really big wrestling fan. I'm big on TikTok, or I'm trying to get big on TikTok, rather. Can I shoot a video in your store? And they were like, what are you going to do? I'm like, I'm going to buy beer, but I'm going to do it as Stone Cold Steve Austin. I can do the impression. All right. And I was like, can I do it? They go, you know what? Our manager's a big wrestling fan. Why not? So I went in, I shot the video, I posted it. Within 3 or 4 days, I went from like 200 followers to almost like 7,000 followers.
That's a big jump.
And yeah, so then I started doing like TikTok live because I broke 1,000 followers, and they just were like, oh, can you say this? Can you do that? You should quote this movie, quote that movie. And I was like, all right. And then it literally just blew up from there, and now I'm almost at 75,000 followers. And my wife has 111.
Well, what's her impression sound like?
She does a really good impression of a hot dog.
That is a great reference. Perfect for this show.
Yes.
So, Kyle, I did want to ask, I was obviously talking to your wife, Jacqueline, before we came on, and she said about in public why she hates Stone Cold Steve Austin. And because of the impression and people, you doing it in public, I assume if people see you, do people try and do it in public to you?
So people who know me will do it in public to try and get me going. Mm-hmm. I've honestly had maybe 5 or 6 people recognize me from TikTok and just be like, are you Stone Cold Steve Kyle? And I'm like, yes, that's me. Can you do the voice? And I was like, sure.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's me. Don't bullshit them.
It's really funny when my customers at work recognize me. I was in this one kid's apartment. I'm an exterminator, by the way. I was spraying this for room for bugs, and he's just like staring at me.
That's it? You're done?
And I'm like, "What's up?" And he goes, "I know you." And I'm like, "Okay." I was wearing a mask too. He goes, "Pull your mask down." So I pulled down. He goes, "Holy shit, you're Stone Cold Steve Kyle." He's like, "Dude, I was just watching you on my phone on TikTok." And I'm like, "Oh, that's what's up, dude. How you doing?" It was really cool.
Did he have you kill the bugs as Stone Cold?
Oh yeah, I was just trash talking the whole time I'm just trash talking the bugs. You piece of trash, get the hell out of the goddamn apartment.
I gotta say, what's funny is because we were at Titan Wrestling the same night you were at Titan Wrestling, and we were sitting two rows behind you. And at one point, I saw you turn. I turned to Joe and I go, "I'm telling you right now, I'm pretty sure the guy in front of us is Stone Cold Steve Kyle from TikTok."
Yeah. Did you guys hear the people screaming at Sparkles at Nico's Ricos?
Oh yeah, of course.
That was her.
Oh, okay.
That was me and our friend Leo.
Yeah, so that's how I realized that you're local and that we would probably be easy to get you on the show.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh man, we just seen them. And then by the time we were meeting up with the tag team, the Now, they've been on our show a lot. We're really cool with those guys. So we were trying to wait for them. So I kind of missed you after the show because we were waiting for them. But
we left early. I had back issues and my back was just killing me.
And if I'm being honest, after I screamed all the negative things for the chick to kick Vicky's ass because I don't like her on a personal level, Kyle got kind of embarrassed. I just think she's a hoe. Always live and everyone can see it. No, I mean, no, I didn't. Don't you dare. Don't you
That's funny.
dare.
Was you trying to get on the counter? Idiot. But no, so yeah, we left early. We left after at the intermission. We left actually.
okay.
Yeah, I have 2 herniated discs in my back, so if I'm sitting in one of those chairs for a while, it just starts to act up, and then it was just bothering me. So we were like, yeah, let's just go home.
Gotcha.
So you
it was a great show. What I saw though was a great show.
Yeah, it did, and it was a pretty good show. I was surprised. It was our first time at Titan, but they put on a pretty good show.
It's funny. My brother-in-law is the fake Billy there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's her brother.
Oh, okay.
You had said that you had backyard wrestled for almost a decade or over a decade.
Yeah.
Now, the people that you were with, did they move on to do
So
anything bigger?
the only person, well, I mean, I've wrestled in the yard with Alexyn. I have a storied career quote unquote with Big Vin from GCW.
Okay.
His father actually is like my father. I've known him my whole life, and he actually was the guy who trained me and all of my friends how to wrestle. My first bump in a ring was his choke slam.
Oh wow, nice.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So he ended up going to GCW. Alexyn obviously was in NXT. Now he's back, I think, in MLW.
I know he's getting ready to show up once his still riding out his 30. No, he's not riding out his 30 day anymore. I know GCW is going to have him back.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He's the only one who like in my opinion made it. Like if Vinny's in GCW, that's great. Like I'm proud of him. That's great. But like Alex was in NXT. You know what I mean? Like he hit that gold ring that everybody's trying to grab.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's just mind boggling that you have them on your roster and you don't know what to do with them.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Dude, I'm going to be honest. I haven't watched WWE for I used to watch religiously. I haven't watched it in maybe 5 or 6 weeks. It's just, it's stale.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say longer than that because I just said to Larry the other day, I was like, man, I really hate this product. It hurt me to say I hated it, but yeah, I hate what they're putting out.
It's bullshit. All the stuff they're putting out now is just ridiculous. They don't know where they're going. They don't know, who they're going with, and they're just letting go of so much freaking talent for no reason. Budget cuts. There's no budget cuts. Vince McMahon is on record saying WWE is not a wrestling company anymore. We are a entertainment company that happens to have a wrestling ring in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that right there is why he needs to go.
Yep.
He does, but I mean, at least we get it elsewhere. It would be better if we got more of what we wanted to see on TV. Like, I would love to get on my regular cable, I would love to get 3 hours or 5 hours a week of just independent wrestling, just without having to subscribe to anything. Just put it on my TV, so I don't have to go searching for it. Like, I would rather see that, or like fucking something like Ring of Honor or MLW, or even if Impact was like built better and promoted better, like get them on a station. Like, I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Like, I'd love to see the people that didn't make it to the companies like that should have been competition but weren't.
Absolutely.
WWE is just frustrating, and talking about it is frustrating. So let's not talk about that shit show. Let's talk about everything else.
Yeah, right.
We can't shit talk them too much. They did give us Stone Cold.
Of course.
That's true.
They were doing that was when they were doing things right, though.
Exactly.
People will argue like that wasn't the best era of wrestling. Like, I don't get it. Like, if you have you live in that time and you're not miserable. You're not miserable with any product. You're just having a fucking great time. Like, literally, even the stupid shit that everyone today would be like, "Oh yeah, that would have never made it." Nowadays, like, even that stupid shit, that was still entertaining though. That wouldn't have made it today. Like given, like, I don't think any, like, you could plop anything from the Attitude Era. I don't think it would get over today. Not nearly to the magnitude. Like, if you were to take Stone Cold, put him in today without anybody knowing him, and he did the beer truck, people would you'd have so many people being like, "What if there was an alcoholic in the stands and he got a taste of that beer?" And like, there would be someone who would get a big enough following and army behind them that Stone Cold would be canceled.
Yeah,
and everybody else from the fucking that era of wrestling.
Like, you would hear the glass shattered. It's canceled. You broke glass. You're done. Bye.
What if it was a mirror and we got 7 years of bad luck? We
you're canceled. Now you're really canceled. Now you're bringing bad luck. Bye.
It's just it's funny, like, watching every different era of wrestling, and then we get to this era and you're like, there's plenty of stuff to enjoy, but it just feels like people just don't want to enjoy it.
Exactly. They ruin it for everybody else.
They'd rather be more negative. I mean, we were kind of like that when AEW first came around. It was kind of like we were promised at first like this game-changing company, and we just weren't patient enough to wait for them to deliver. And I think that they're delivering now. They're firing on a lot of cylinders.
Yes.
Maybe not all cylinders yet, but they're firing on probably the majority of them.
See, the only thing I'm going to say about AEW in the somewhat negative sense is the fact that for a while they were debuting people every week.
Yes.
From the A or from somewhere else. So, like, in my head, I'm like, you guys are going to start, like, putting your fire out too soon.
Yeah.
Why would you put Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson the same night? It worked out fantastic.
Yeah.
But, like, you could have done him on Dynamite and then Danielson on Rampage.
Yeah.
Or done Adam Cole on Dynamite and then waited the extra week and had Danielson come out at, what was it, Full Gear, whatever the hell it was. But I mean, I'm a little biased. I'm a very big Young Bucks mark, to the point where I have them tattooed on my body.
Oh shit! Nice.
How about that?
Pretty cool.
Yeah, my entire closet is just full of clothes. What's that?
I said I wouldn't have pegged you for the Young Bucks.
Dude, there's just something. So I met them 3 years ago in Philly, going through a super rough time at the time. And I kind of opened up to them and told them how just watching Being the Elite really helped my mental health and everything. Like, it made me laugh. It was something fun to watch when there wasn't anything fun to watch. And they took it personally, and we hugged and everything, and we became kind of friends and whatnot. But I asked them, like, can you guys sign my arm? Like, I want you to sign that, and I'm gonna get it tattooed as a reminder to know, don't fuck up. You know what I mean? And they were like, yeah, absolutely. They saw the Bullet Club tattoo first. They're like, is that real? I was like, yeah, that's very real. Yep. We met a cat today that had opposable thumbs.
Oh my God, coolest cat I've ever met in my life.
You had a cat?
Wait, for real?
Like, what? Yeah, I was like, what's wrong with his foot? She goes, oh, he has thumbs. And I'm like, what? And yeah, the cat had 5 appendages, and his thumbs would legit do this.
Yeah, that's a creepy ass cat.
Yeah, it is. My mind is
blown.
blown.
Yeah, dude. And I'm sitting there watching him, and he's grabbing the cage, and there's an extra thumb. I'm like, bro, you have a thumb. What the fuck?
You should have put him to work.
For real.
I almost adopted him.
I'm not
I almost brought him home.
Bro, I am not a cat person, but I almost took that cat home. I'll be honest. Was such a sweetie.
All it takes is the right weirdo cat to change you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
But yeah, aside from this, I do also do other voices aside from the Stone Cold voice. I don't know if you've ever seen any of those videos on my TikTok.
No, but that's the thing, because mostly everything pops up, and probably it's the algorithm that I just get the Stone Cold thing.
Yeah, I've been doing impressions since I was like 11, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just
good impression.
Dude, I just get bored very easily, and my ADD kicks in, and I'm like, I can sound like this person. I can sound like this person. And I actually have full-on conversations in other impressions in my head and out loud.
So what are some of these other impressions?
So I can do, what was his name? Not Ironhide.
But I won't do that.
What's the satellite from Transformers? Is that Soundwave?
Oh, man.
He's a Decepticon. He's like floating over the Earth. It's like, Decepticons, mobilize. It is time.
That is pretty damn good. Holy shit.
Really good.
I can kind of do Megatron.
Yeah.
Megatron is more of get me the Allspark.
Yeah, that's
dude. That's really good.
What else? Gollum from Lord of the Rings. It's like, stupid fat habits. Yeah, I'm all over the place. I'm a whole different kind of species.
I love that. That is awesome.
Yeah.
I was on Preston. You know Preston and Steve?
Boy.
Yeah.
So they were doing like Steve does all the impressions. So they opened up the phone lines to hear people's impressions.
Oh, no shit.
I went on Preston and Steve and did my Bill Cosby impression for him.
Let's hear it.
And now you see here, you got the Jell-O and the pudding, and you put it all together, and you make yourself a pudding pop.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
That was.
I will give you mad credit for that, bro.
Oh man. What's the other one? What's another voice that I do that's really good? I can sort of do Mark Hamill's Joker. It's not like
great.
It's not great, but it's there. The attempt is there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the laugh I can almost do.
Okay.
I can almost. His voice is really hard because he puts the British accent on it, but it's also very nasally like that. Oh look, the Batman.
That was really good.
Yeah, you can tell who you're doing. That's really good.
So that I can do that, but then go right into Heath Ledger's at the same time.
Heath Ledger freaks me out.
Yeah, it scares the shit out of my wife whenever I do. It's like,
I mean, I was really stoned that one night where it really.
Yeah, I made her cry.
I was really high, and Scared the shit out
I got right in her ear, and I was like, "Wanna know how I got my scars? My wife. What was it? It's She liked to gamble and get down deep with the sharks. And one day they carved her face. And we had no money for surgeries. No. But I love my wife. I love my wife. So I put a razor blade in my mouth and I do this to myself. And you know what? She can't stand the sight of me.
Dude, that was really good.
That was so good. And the inflection in your voice is what makes it perfect.
Dude, he even had the facial expressions down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when his face jiggles, when he goes like,
Yeah.
Oh,
this.
so good.
That one brought back some memories. That was a good one.
Yeah. I love doing that impression, especially when it's dark. I've known her for going on almost 7 years.
Or wait, let me think.
Yeah, 7 years.
We're on 7 years.
We've been friends 7 years, dating 3, and married for 2 months. Tomorrow.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you. We finally did the thing and put the ring on the finger, and yeah.
Yep. We got them too.
Yep.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
Ring club.
Ring club. Fuck for life.
So speaking of club, the shirt you're wearing, Beard Club.
What a segue.
That was beautiful, by the way.
That was great. Larry doesn't usually do that. That was
I
impressive.
really don't.
That was
I had to give it up for him on that one.
So the Beard Club, I drew the logo up like 4 or 5 years ago, and I just put it on like one shirt, and I used it for when I was wrestling. But then like I was wearing it in my TikToks, and people were like, "Hey, I really like that shirt. Like, where'd you get it?" I'm like, "Oh, I made this myself. Like, do you want one?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'd love one." So I was like, "Okay." And then I had the idea to like mass produce them and sell them. And everybody thinks that it's Hello Cat right across the screen. People are like, "Oh, like is it like based off the Bullet Club?" And I'm like, it's loosely based off the Bullet Club, but like I see it as I look at this as like a brotherhood. It's it's more of like a brotherhood thing, but like obviously both male and female for whatever.
I mean, I'm regrowing my beard out for the winter.
Yeah,
so.
but we also use it to promote positive mental health. And mental health awareness as well. My wife and I both suffer from PTSD and depression and anxiety, and it's really done a number on both of us. And the more vocal we can get about it to raise awareness for it, the better off it's going to be, because the main issue right now with everything, between the school shootings and then everybody just hating everybody, all revolves around mental health issues, and nobody takes it seriously at all. So we were trying to promote a lot of mental health awareness with this. And I mean, I just love the logo. The logo's badass. My buddy Mario drew it up. Shout out to Froski and Froski Designs.
Hey, I did the back logo.
She did the back of it. So the clothing company is called 732 Sweet Threads. We do have an Instagram, so I'll plug that on there. If you guys, it's Threads with a Z. It's all one word. And it's like, yeah, we're just trying to get the word out about mental health and just positive mental attitude and whatnot. And rather than using pills to take care of that, smoke weed. That's like the moral of the story. Just smoke weed. It helps.
I think a lot more people would benefit.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You would see opioid addiction go down in a month.
And people would genuinely be happier.
Mm-hmm.
There'd be a lot more laughing at stupid shit. And there's so much stupid shit that happens daily. Why not laugh about it instead of getting angry?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Like you can't fix stupid. You can medicate it, but you can't fix it.
You can make it stupider.
Exactly. But I love talking about that kind of stuff. I don't want to take up the whole podcast talking about it, but I really, really enjoy talking about that stuff. I mean, I'm a survivor. My wife is a survivor as well. Like, we've both battled demons. We've both been in a hole, and she literally saved my life. Like when we started talking again, 3 years ago, she literally saved my life. And now she's crying.
Oh,
Yeah, like
we're gonna
sorry, go
we're
ahead.
gonna. This is a we're gonna call this a rest. Oh, first time we've ever had that. Hey, this is a podcast of first. That's the first time we've seen that on this
yes,
show.
yeah.
They have OnlyFans for that stuff, Dave. Stop.
Is there any plans of more shirts, more different designs?
Yes. We plan on.
The wedding kind of destroyed our bank account.
Yeah. So because this is all funded by us. Like we don't have like a money source though. Like whatever we charge for the shirts, if you pre-order the shirt, then that money literally goes to making the shirt.
Gotcha.
We want to make another so the newer logo, all this is filled in white and the letters are cut out and the skull is whole and everything too. And on the back it has the company logo. But we want to do shirts, we want to do hoodies, beanies, like car decals, mugs, anything like that.
Dude, I want like a trucker hat.
Dude,
yes. We want to do those.
We want to do snapbacks, trucker hats. The other idea I had was, I cut all my hair off. I don't know if y'all can see, but I have my mullet in the back. I really want to do a mullet club shirt, but have the beard club skull with the beard and the mullet just hanging over the shoulders and everything. And also like, a 732 Sweet Threads like logo for the front of the shirt and everything like that too. I had ideas to actually change the color of the beard for certain months, like for the month of April, whatever, or March, whatever St. Patrick's Day is. The beard is red for a leprechaun, or like Mental Health Awareness Month, it's green or yellow, whatever. You know what I mean? Like that was
pretty
just
cool.
a couple ideas that I had. Like I just figured try and mesh it in with whatever's going on and everything like that, and appeal to everybody.
Is there like a site, like do people just get in contact with you to buy these if they want to?
It's the first order we did was all by ear, by word of mouth and everything. If you wanted a shirt, you could either get me on TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat or whatever. And then we literally would just have you like send like the Venmo or Zelle or Cash App us the money, whatever. And that would go into an account that was strictly for the order of shirts. Once we got all the money, and if there was any loose ends we had to tie up with money on our end, we would put it in there. We gave the order to Farris Tees and Thomas River, and they had it for us in 2 weeks.
Okay, nice.
So when's the next order going out?
Probably after the new year. Once we get our financials in order, because we all are also planning on moving at some point next year.
We accidentally just bought a dog.
And we got a dog today too, so there's that. So that's a little bit of a financial setback, but it was a good financial setback. But yeah, no, we do plan on doing more T-shirts next year, and then I think we're going to toy with the idea of hoodies. We have 2 that we made mock-up hoodies that are just this logo on the back with the company logo on the chest. Mine says president and hers says the boss.
Accurate.
Yep.
For our close circle of friends, we treat it like an MC club, even though none of us ride motorcycles at all. So like my buddy Vinny is our enforcer. Her brother is our sergeant at arms. Like that's just the way
Pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah. I want to try and get everybody like vests, like biker
actual
cuts, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like legitimate cuts to do it with. I think it'd be dope as hell.
That appeals to Larry's Son of Anarchy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I love that show, man. That was a great show.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like there's not enough of those either. Like there was always something like counteract. Like if you didn't like watching wrestling at the time, there was always like a good series going on. I feel like they're few and far between too. You got to like search for them or word of mouth instead of checking the TV guide. You got to hear about it from like a friend of a friend. Like, oh, did you ever watch this on Netflix? Like, God damn it, can't you just put a good show on TV?
Mm-hmm. I'm currently watching The Office for the 30 billionth time.
I would do that. I used to do that with How I Met Your Mother. Like
me too.
I watched that.
We just watched that show Superstore.
I love that show.
It's good,
dude. That show was fucking good.
Yeah.
Oh man,
what show?
Superstore.
Superstore.
Oh, yeah, Danielle. My wife watched that. She said it was really good.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, it's very good. Very well done.
That's a
I'm
fun
just-
show.
I'm just waiting for Cobra Kai to come back.
Yes. New Year's Eve.
Yes.
Oh, I have not seen a single episode of that.
Really? Oh, man.
I didn't think I was gonna like it either. It took me a while to watch it. I was hooked.
Okay.
I was hooked.
Okay.
Like, and I binged. I don't binge. I binged 2 shows since binging has been a thing, and it was Cobra Kai and The Boys.
The Boys was good. The Boys was really good.
The first minute hooked me of that show.
Uh-huh.
As soon as that happened, I was like, okay, I'm hooked. As soon as he ran through the girl,
Uh-huh.
it
I can't
exploded.
stop.
Yep.
That was great. But I mean, I'm gonna say this is gonna be like a wrestling podcast, maybe like a side of wrestling with a life podcast with a side of wrestling.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's basically what this is. A very high show on life and an emphasis on wrestling.
Yeah.
So, if you were you're local and obviously you go to Jersey shows. Like, do you travel for shows too, like outside of the state, outside of the tri-state area?
The farthest I've ever traveled for a wrestling show was 3 or 4 hours into Pennsylvania. It was my first time ever seeing AJ Styles wrestle in person. He was still on the indie scene. It was him versus AR Fox.
Wow.
What was that? What promotion was that for?
Oh my God. I cannot tell you the name. It may have been IWA. I'm not sure. I'm not 1,000%. I can Google it right now. But that was my first time ever meeting him in person. And I can tell you right now, I marked out noticeably in front of this man. I was next in line and I walked up and he goes, "Hey, how's it going?" And I'm like, "Holy fucking shit." Just stare. My eyes were wide. He goes, "You okay?" And I'm like, "Sorry, first time ever meeting you. This is real. Hi, nice to meet you."
I did that with Sting.
And you definitely did it with the Bucks.
And I did that with the Young Bucks.
He lost the ability to say words to the Bucks. We both walked up to them, and he couldn't get words out.
I didn't put together a coherent sentence, but I got us to do the one sweet fucking pose, didn't I?
Yes, we did.
We were the only ones to do that.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, but the first time I saw the Bucks, I popped. Really, and I was like, I can't go over there. I can't go over there. My friend's like, "Why not?" I'm like, I can't do it. I can't. I'll go say hi to Cody and Brandy, but I can't go over there right now. And then I went over to Jay Lethal and I was bullshit with him and I did my Stone Cold impression for him.
Did he do his savage?
So I told him I could do it. He was like, "Yeah, okay." I'm like, "Dude, I can really do it." So I did the Austin 316 promo to him, but I called him a dumb son of a bitch in the beginning, in character, and he went like that. So after I finished, he looks into the camera, goes, "I think it was good." And you can't see me in the video, but behind him, I'm going, "Oh my God, I broke Jay Lethal." That was at the 2300 Arena right before they started AEW. It was one of their last indie shows with Ring of Honor.
We might have been at that show.
I think we were there at that show.
Cody was the champ, right?
I believe so. There was the one where after the show, Marty sang the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme in the ring.
Was that the one we were at?
I can't remember.
It was like 3 tapings in one. We were there from
it was
11
definitely the
o'clock
same
in the
one.
afternoon till 2 in the morning.
It had to be the same one.
Yeah, that was the day I got my arm signed and everything. Yeah, that's dope.
Nice.
Oh shit, dude! What a small world. So you got their signature, and I fucking couldn't put together a coherent sentence.
I almost got Matt to super kick me on camera. I told him, I was like, "Dude, I will bump the shit out of it if you hit me right now with the super kick." And he's like, "You're serious?" And I'm like, "Matt, please." And like as he's like about to say yes, some girl's like, we gotta go. And I'm like, bitch, this was my moment.
Yeah, you would have got on Being the Elite. You would have been you would have been able to retire.
me and my wife, our entrance theme for our wedding was the Bucks theme song.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
and it was funny because my cousin knows how crazy obsessed I am with them. He heard the theme and he looked at my brother and he goes, Kyle got the fucking Bucks to show up, didn't he? And then we walked out and we did the pose and everything. And my cousin, I looked at him, he's marking out. He's like, yes. It was dope. It was a lot of fun.
That ties into my wedding because mine and Larry was one of my groomsmen and officiated my wedding, mine and my wife's wedding, and our pose in the pictures was the Young Bucks pose.
That's awesome.
It was.
And I got married on 3/16 and came out to Austin's theme song.
Oh hell yeah!
And I stunned Larry.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I promise, Jagged, there would be no Stone Cold at the wedding at all.
Okay.
I made no such promise. Instead, I wrapped it around my whole wedding.
Yes.
See, I was gonna be that guy and not tell her and order the Austin 316 vest and wear it under my my suit.
Yeah.
And then once we did our entrance, I was just gonna rip the jacket off and have the suit, have the vest on. And I was like, you know what? I don't feel like dying tonight.
Yeah.
First day of being married, you don't want to make a big mistake the first night. Probably a good idea.
That's a wise decision. Your first wise decision of being a husband, right there.
Yeah. You're gonna make it in this world, kid. You're gonna make it.
Let's go.
You got the two husbands stamp of approval.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
And Larry's been married for at least two decades.
I haven't married 2 decades. I've been with my wife. Me and my wife met when we were 14 years old, which was in 2002. And we've been together ever since. And we were married. September was 10 years.
Good. Congratulations.
And he's not even that old. You would think he's like 50.
No.
He's only in his mid-30s.
Yeah.
I'm only 30. I just turned 30 in August. I'm old.
There you go. Well, yeah, that's not bad.
25. No, sticking to that. Yeah, she's smiling. I won.
That's what they want you to think.
Yeah, exactly. So, Kyle, one thing before we let you go, before we end this, I think it has to be done. Could we get the Austin 316 promo to end the show? I
should have demanded it.
None of you are getting Christmas cards.
I was gonna say I don't want to piss off your wife too much, but I mean,
none of you get Christmas cards.
That's not nice.
All right. First things first, get that piece of crap out of my ring. Don't just get him out of my ring, get him out of the WWF, because I prove, son, without a shadow of a doubt, that you ain't got what it takes anymore. You sit there, you thump your Bibles, you say your prayers, it didn't get you nowhere. Talk about your Psalms, talk about John 3:16. Austin 3:16 said, I just whipped your ass.
That is amazing. That is so cool.
Dude, you got to get that in scripture on your back.
It's actually funny. I don't want to condone vandalism, but up the road from our house, there's this property, and they have the John 3:16 quote on signs as you drive past. And I'm going to be honest with you, there is a very sick and twisted part of me that wants to go there one night with red spray paint and spray out some of the parts and just write Austin 3:16 said, I just whipped your ass.
I mean, look, how could you not?
I'm not condoning vandalism. I need to stress that for whatever agency is listening to this conversation right now. Alan, I'm only kidding. Alan's my FBI agent.
Well, Kyle, man, thank you so much.
Guys, thank you.
This
I really
was a
appreciate you
ton
guys
of
having me
fun.
on.
Will you be
This
at
was the
Titan
definition of shooting the shit.
at January 8th? You going back to Titan?
There's a possibility. Did you ever tell us about that or no?
What?
January 8th, they're having their next show.
Who?
Titan Pro.
Oh, no, everyone told me.
Oh, okay, well, this is the first time we're hearing it. But so
He's out.
if we can get out there, absolutely. Is it at the in Tom's River again?
I think it's like 8 minutes
Bay-
down the road.
Bayville?
Bayville? Yeah, Bayville, New Jersey.
Oh, okay, at the Elks, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do want to try and slip one thing in there.
Go ahead.
For people on TikTok that are following me, I know you guys have seen some content with me and LTW and GTS. Those plans are on hold right now until my back gets a little bit better and I can get back in the swing of things. But there is a very big possibility that you will be seeing Stone Cold Steve Kyle on GTS and LTW in the mix with everything, with the Beard Club, recruiting for the Beard Club, and stomping mud holes and taking names.
Nice.
There you have it.
Sounds good. So, Kyle, thanks once again. It was great meeting you. And
thank you.
hopefully we'll be seeing you at Titan January 8th. If not, I'm sure we'll be seeing you sometime soon.
Absolutely, my friend.
All right, Kyle, have a